Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? My name is Jeremy Alexander Newsom. I'm with reallifetrading.com. Hope you're doing absolutely simply sensational. It is Friday, which means the weekend is upon us. In fact, the weekend is already here. The market is closed. It is right now 4:18 Eastern time. I'm in the Eastern time zone, visiting down here with some good friends of mine, Michael and Rebecca White. Pumped to be visiting with them. Old college/work friends, and just tearing up some of the Tampa, Florida area. Excited about that. Let's talk markets really quick. So obviously, played a little bit of golf today. Beautiful weather here, but the market and my phone were both going equally bananas. So SPY gapped down today at open. So yesterday and the preceding days, we were trading right into a 212.28 resistance level. So this is a price point where a lot of people are selling. So let me go ahead and just kind of give you my last few days of analysis. Back on the 9th of June, which I believe was yesterday, I mentioned if SPY opens below the low of 211.50 from June 7th, 2016, some folks are going to be trapped. I can imagine a quick bearish snap back into at least 210 in the next following 1 to 3 days. Well, the low of today was 209.43. Holla at your boy. Let's see what happens from here. So we did get the pullback. It happened the allotted time. We pull back to the 20 exponential moving average. Boom, shakalaka. So from here, what do I really anticipate happening? No denying that this is a bearish gap, that this is bearish volume. So I'm not going to say the market's going to fall. I'm not saying chicken little. All I am saying is that the resistance is holding up. It's going to take a lot for it to break through, but I do think the market breaks through this resistance. That's my kind of perma-bull situation on the market right now. Really good support right here, really good higher low, great gap action out of this consolidation. So I'm thinking this, I'm thinking this. I think a lot of people are going to hop on bearish, try to make tons and tons of money as the market potentially, in air quotes, rolls over, and then we go higher. That's just my call. We'll see. I don't have any short-term position on the SPY, but I do have the covered call expiring next Friday, and that's at the 213 level. Let's look at the Qs really quick, which is the ETF that tracks the NASDAQ. Again, nice little bearish gap, nice volume, but not a shocker here. We had a nice little double bottom, W for winner, close above the neckline, so this would be likely a retest of that neckline and potentially bounce. Let's see what happens and kind of transpires from there. Cool, sweet. So let's go ahead and talk some stocks really quick. Vinny was requesting silver wheaton, ticker symbol SLW, and silver wheaton, Ed Reed was in shares, Ed being Brad's dad. His dollar cost average was $19.18, so it's safe to say he's scorching this one. Here's your exponential moving average on silver wheaton, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out here to a weekly chart so we can get a little bit of a bigger perspective of what's going on. So on a weekly chart on silver wheaton, that's a great name. We got a little bit of a resistance right about here. So old resistance from back in 2008, some support, we bounced, shocking, did it again, and now we're experiencing on silver wheaton a little bit of a double bottom, longer term picture, and we kind of broke through this resistance. We're retesting it. We've broken higher, and at this point, if I can zoom back in here on a daily chart, I actually do think we pull back just a little bit before we continue a smidgen higher. So this is a white candle gapping up. That's a retest gap, expecting this to occur, and then potentially a bounce on ticker symbol SLW. Here's Baidu, and Baidu, let's look at this particular stock. I don't trade Baidu super often. This was requested by another student. Here's a weekly chart on Baidu, and I'm looking at this. There's a resistance line at 153.23. So resistance, 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 support, 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 resistance, resistance, and we're probably going to trade back to that level as a support. You'll notice that my good buddy Robin was in short on Baidu from a while ago, and it hit his target of about 159, or at least I believe he exited there, and ironically enough, it bounced right at that particular price. So we'll probably come back down there again. Today was what I like to refer to as a new black crow candle, which is a black candle that opens and closes below the prior day white candle's close. So my anticipation is if it goes lower on Monday, I think we trade back to 159 almost guaranteed, and we probably hit 153.23. Here's shout outs to something interesting. I had no idea that Dave & Buster's was publicly traded. Fact, it is. Ticker symbol PLAY. Love this place. Fantastic. Good times there. I've had many good experiences with Dave & Buster's. So anyway, Dave & Buster's, if I go to a weekly chart, the reason I'm doing a weekly chart here is so you can kind of see on a longer term scale what the heck is happening, and I'm going to just hide all my drawings for right now. So if we can see this as a distribution phase, nice little channel alternating in between support and resistance in a very predictable pattern, and then BOOM! boom, breaks out with power, huge volume, huge candle, making a higher high and a higher low. So my anticipation, Dave & Buster's pulls back a little bit and then bounces. I think this is a no-brainer, longer-term bullish stock. So if you're looking at playing this, I would at least have a bullish perspective. I wouldn't be shorting it, at least not right now. This is a strong bullish gap and go. So if you're wanting to know what I'm doing on Dave & Buster's, here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at some put sales, which is ways to bring in premium if the stock simply stays above a certain price. So as long as Dave & Buster's doesn't go below 40, I make money. And if it does, then I own the stock, which I want to own anyway, make money. If it goes up, it's a win-win. Of course, you can always lose on this if the stock just does this, but I don't necessarily anticipate that happening. So I'm kind of laddering my put sales, some at 40, some at 35 for October. Long-term contracts, yes, long time away, but I really like this breakout on PLW. Let's see what else I got here today. All right, here's a penny stock that I got requested, but this has been a very popular one. As you guys know, I don't really look at penny stocks that often, but it's been very, very insane moves the last few days. So I say penny stock not because of the volume, but because of the price. Very cheap stock. Had a really just a classic pump and dump right here. Everyone's asking me about it, and I mentioned, well, it's a pump and dump. It's a penny stock. That's what penny stocks are. So it ran up, ran back down. It's probably going to come back to zero, and that's it on GEVO. Nothing to see here. Ticker symbol AMD, which I believe is the microprocessor company, Advanced Microchips. Had a good bullish gap and go right there. Nice little pennant pattern. Broke out that pennant pattern for a really nice, healthy $1 move. And a $1 move on a $3 stock is a 30% gain in, a few weeks. Pretty healthy for your portfolio. So overall on AMD, nice little move. Right now I think we're forming another, count it again, number 2, pennant pattern. So there's 1, there's 2. And if we do break out of this bullish, my thought process would be the trend is your friend. Let the trend continue in its overall direction. Check this one out, a company that no one really thinks is still around, but it actually is. Smuckers, ticker symbol SJM. Jim Cramer was talking about this one the other day. What's up, Jim Cramer? If you're watching this video, shout out to you, buddy. Ticker symbol SJM, great volume. Breaking out of a resistance, again, an all-time high. The stock has never been as high as it is right now. Great volume. This is a retest gap. So if you're looking at playing Schmuckers, this is a great blue chip dividend. Everyone knows this company. You probably have a product in the fridge right now. I like blueberries. I prefer the jam. If the stock comes back and bounces, buy the dip. Long term, I think SJM is a really good breakout. Let's look at ticker symbol ETN, Eaton Corporation. And this, again, was another request. Thanks again, guys, for sending me your requests. I appreciate it. Really nice consolidation pattern. Looks like a pennant, but is a little bit bigger. You could call that a triangle pattern. So really good triangle pattern on ticker symbol ETN. I would expect something like this. And again, I don't know what direction it's going to break out, but if it broke out bullish, that would make the most sense to me, and I'd like to see it do just so. If it closed above $64, I'd be a little bit more bullish than bearish. And, of course, if you want to play the bounce, you can look to buy low at 60 with a stop around 58 on ticker symbol ETN. And let me throw Apple in before I get to these other two that were requested by Peter. Apple, hanging out. As you guys know, I'm just a little bit more bullish on Apple right now. Nothing magnificently bullish. Got a covered call on Apple expiring next Friday at the $105 level. Here's your long-term moving average. And recently, we had a pennant pattern. We're probably doing it again. Pennants are everywhere recently. So I'm thinking we break out, trade a little bit higher into the 200 simple sometime next week or the week after on Apple. So yes, I'm still moderately bullish on Apple. If it goes higher, great. If it doesn't, this covered call will expire. And you know what? I'll do another one. Ticker symbol USOIL. This is Peter was asking about this one. Crude oil. Oil's been a big talk of the town recently, and it's been a little extended. So if I had to do a wave count for us really quick, let's throw in some Elliott wave. I think this is a 1, 2, 3, looking for a wave 4 to pull back, and then a wave 5 to continue. So yes, I think this is a little bit more of a buy the bounce opportunity. You're above your long-term moving averages. You're above your short-term moving averages. Volume is coming in. You've got yourself the trend. It's there. Let the dip come. It's healthy. It's natural. And then buy that baby like you're at Big Lots. Here's ticker symbol BCEI. BCEI, what is this one? I have no idea. Bonanza Creek Energy. What's going on, Bonanza? What a great term. Bonanza, a little choppy actually right now. So you are making higher lows. You were kind of making higher highs. That really got a kibosh on that one when that happened right there. That resistance about 385. So now you're making a little bit of lower highs as well. So again, if I had to draw it, draw the lines and the pattern you will find. Higher lows, lower highs. I don't really see much going on with Bonanza. Probably if it, oops, that's a terrible drawing. Let me try that again. Boop. Oh, that also didn't work. Okay, I'll just do the automated tools. So here's your support line, approximately, what a terrible color. Ugh, burnt sienna. Okay, really good support around $1.87. Here's your higher low. If that gets broken down on Bonanza, I'll go ahead and call it like a few of the other energy companies that have happened recently. I think this one might go bankrupt if we break $1.87. It's very cheap. It's getting absolutely beat up, and it's going to be hard to recover down here. So there are some energies without question that are longer term, buy low, sell high, looking for a 5-year perspective. I don't know if Bonanza Creek is one of them. It is a little bit of a cheaper stock, agreed. But if it breaks $1.87, I wouldn't be magnificently bullish on this particular stock. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this Friday Real Life Stock Review. I appreciate it. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Hit that subscribe button. Like us on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. I'm also on LinkedIn for whoever else is on LinkedIn. If you want to message me at any time, my email is jeremy@reallifetrading.com. I do take requests. That's what we're here for, right? Our mission is to enrich lives, to entertain, and to educate. You guys rock. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next weekend. Until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. See ya.